takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Uses the meter for a guaranteed win. Smart choice.
There's definitely like a nod to like some of the past aesthetics and art design from past Street Fighters, whether it be Street Fighter 3 series, hip hop style, and even like Street Fighter 1 had like the art graffiti in the wall and like the opening. And yeah, I mean, there was that intention of kind of like bringing some of that back, but also there was an aim to go for a new direction as well, which they thought would be accommodating to a newer audience. So there were multiple reasonings for that direction.
ワールドツアーモードは本当におっしゃられる通り
The World Tour is a single player immersive game mode, and there's going to be a lot more to reveal down the line. But one thing that Nakayama-san wanted to point out is that there are intentions through World Tour mode that may be like stepping stones for someone who may not be as versed in fighting games to kind of learn like the things that really make a fighting game actually fun. Just jumping into like a standard kind of like battle mode in a fighting game can be a challenge for certain people. So if we can kind of get those people to learn how to do things in a fighting game that they might struggle in jumping right in, then that would be like a success for them.
本当にゲームを作る
So in terms of the modern control type, Nakayama-san felt strongly that it was important for them to deliver this kind of new experience for this new audience because of how hard it can be for people to jump into a fighting game. And yeah, there are things like auto combo that they can do with like the assist button and stuff. And we think that this will allow players to kind of experience fun aspects of a fighting game that they might not normally be able to do so with the standard 6-button control scheme in traditional Street Fighter players. It's not going to be for everyone, but if people are enjoying that control type, then that doesn't make them like less of a player or anything. Maybe there are new characters that you might not be too familiar with, and then this could be like a good way to kind of like lower the bar, just to kind of get familiar with the character.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! He's in there!
前のシステムをまた新たに
So it wasn't like they were trying to like directly bring past mechanics back into the game, but they were playing with a lot of different ideas and gimmicks, like kind of like an invincible, like a parry that could like just block anything, or like an attack that could just go through anything, and just through like just brainstorming design directions and trying different things, it just kind of ultimately landed at where we are right now with the drive system.
いろんなシステムとかいろんな
Obviously, a lot of testing and experimenting has been done with the drive system, and just various tuning is done to, which ultimately led us to where we are right now, which is a bit of a different system than what we had at Street Fighter 5. And one thing that he wanted to kind of emphasize is that, like, he want with Burnout. You do get chip damage during that time, so he wanted to kind of emphasize the fact that when you are in a burnout mode, you're very vulnerable and you're in a very dangerous position. Just wanted to emphasize like how important the drive gauge is to like the outcome of the match.
Whoa, what a smart move! Amazing!
ネットコードに関しては
As you know, Street Fighter 5 also had rollback netcode. But in terms of 6 will have rollback netcode, but it's not going to be the same as what we had in 5, and this is something that they're building from scratch again. And there's a lot of effort being put into the development of the netcode, and it's not something that only like the netcode engineers are involved in. They're actually getting people from like the battle team to actually participate in that development to ensure that the experience is seamless and it actually feels good.
ストリートファイター5はクロスプレイ
Street Fighter 5 also had crossplay, but for 6, we, as you know, we announced that the game is going to be on Xbox Series X and S, and you know that adds another platform to it. We understand the importance of it, and it's something that we want to aim for, and something that we're working towards.
What will be the follow-up here? Are you kidding me?
そうですね、まあ、この辺の話は結構、まあ、開発初期段
We
階から
want to have long-term plans for Street Fighter 6, and we want to be able to, you know, continue servicing the game in some way. And you know, at the current moment, there's not, we can't really speak on that right now. But we definitely like consider different business models and try to figure out what is the best for Street Fighter 6 for its longevity.
This is our destiny. My secret art!